Oh, oh shit. Oh man, sorry. I was just rewatching the wild card playoff games and just I just couldn't take it. I just fell asleep. Anyway, hello there, Fro here again with weekly football picks with a recap of the exciting, thrilling, just astonishing to watch fucking wild card round and predictions and picks for divisional round. It's going to be a really short video compared to other videos because there's only 4 games to go over and then 4 games to pick. And ain't much to talk about wildcard weekend, but let's get right into it anyway. Alright. Oakland at Houston. I picked Oakland to win this game for some reason, and I picked them to win 10-6. I predicted it'd be an awful game. So I got one of those predictions right. It was an awful game. It was terrible to watch. Osweiler's terrible. Connor Cook just had no help from receivers. They were dropping everything, and they couldn't run the ball. And Texans defense is good, but outside of that, nothing else in this game looks anything watchable. But Houston won 27-14. Got that one wrong. Probably projections were way off, but who cares? This game was awful, and just the the tip of the iceberg of how bad of a weekend it was going to be for football. Detroit at Seattle. I picked Seattle to win. I picked them to win 26-6, and I picked them to win 20-16. And they won 26-6. So I got the game right and wasn't that far off from the pick or score. I mean, Detroit just couldn't get anything going. They just, as soon as Stafford had that thumb injury, they just gone downhill. I mean, they couldn't score, and Stafford with a bad thumb on the road at Seattle in the playoffs, it ain't gonna happen. So another game that wasn't close. Miami at Pittsburgh. This one I was really close on. I picked Pittsburgh to win because Miami is Miami. Congrats, you made the playoffs, but really you weren't gonna beat Pittsburgh at Pittsburgh. You wouldn't be able to score with them. Although I'll say Matt Moore played about as well as he could, but freaking receivers dropping balls and just couldn't score when they got the chances. They dominated, or not dominated, but they won time of possession, so they just couldn't score. Anywho, I picked Pittsburgh to win 31-14, and Pittsburgh won 30-12. So I mean that's pretty damn close. So can't complain with that. And then the only game that actually was good for at least a half, the Giants at Green Bay. I picked Green Bay to win this game 24-20, and they won 38-13. This is a good game for the first half. And then that Hail Mary, the Hail Rodgers, man, he just freaking throws it so fucking high in the air and it just falls down like a punt right into Randall Cobb's hands. And they blew him out in the second half. And good thing all those receivers for the Giants were partying on that boat because they got plenty of time to go back on that boat now. Wow. ODB, that was a performance. Whew. Man, it was like 3-4 drops. But Rodgers is just playing unbelievable now. I mean, look out, Cowboys. But we'll get to that in a bit. Went 3-1 this week. My scores were not that great besides the Pittsburgh game. I was pretty dead on that one. And Seattle wasn't that far off. I had 10 more points for Detroit, but I was pretty close otherwise. Anywho, 3-1, not bad. Should have went 4-0, but I just couldn't see myself picking Osweiler, even though it was Connor Cook on the road. Anyway, that's it for that week. And what a terrible week of football. That is probably the worst weekend of playoff football you'll ever see in the NFL. But at least the national championship game for college was a damn good game. That made up for it at least, because at least there was one good football game this extended weekend. Right on to the divisional round. Starting off with the first game on Saturday afternoon. Seattle at Atlanta. And Seattle on the road is not the same team. But Atlanta their playoff history is not that great with Matt Ryan. But I just feel like there's something different about this Atlanta team this year. And I think Atlanta finds a way to win this game. I just think they have too many weapons of offense. Matt Ryan's playing too well, and if he sucks again, then he is a playoff choker. But I think they find a way to win this game. I'm going to say 24, no. 23-17, Atlanta wins this game. Houston at New England. You know what's gonna happen? Clowney's gonna hit Brady in both his knees and break his freaking knees, and then he's gonna be on the sideline wearing Uggs and shit, and sucking his dick. And you know what? They would still the Texans would still lose. It doesn't matter what happens. Brady could get hurt in the first place game. They could hurt freaking Brady. They could hurt Garoppolo, and Edelman come and play quarterback. They will still beat the Texans at New England. This is a joke of a game. I would love for Houston to win. Even though rooting for Osweiler just makes me want to throw up a little bit, but I would never root for the Patriots. I don't care if they're playing goddamn a team full of terrorists. Anyway, New England's going to win this game. It's going to be a freaking blowout. If Houston even keeps this game close, good for them, but I don't see it happening. I mean, as good as their defense is, it doesn't matter. Their offense, or the defense is going to be on the field so much because their offense is going to do shit. So look for New England to win this game, I'm going to say 31-10. And 10 might be pushing it for Houston. But you never know, garbage time. But Osweiler is so bad. Now, at least Sunday has 2 good games. I'm hoping these are good games because the playoffs need some good games. Although Seattle and Arizona should be good, or Seattle and Atlanta should be a good game. These next 2 should be good too. Pittsburgh and Kansas City. Big Ben, I just found out that he's not limping and stuff, so he'll be fine. Big Ben's gonna play. He plays through fucking any injury pretty much. But on the road at Arrowhead, probably, if not the hardest stadium, one of the top 2-3 stadiums to play at in the NFL. The Chiefs just they find ways to score, man. Be it Tyreek Hill, it's so hard to root for Tyreek Hill because he's an exciting player to watch. But man, his past is what he did to his pregnant girlfriend is just whoo. But just neglecting that because that's just terrible to think about. If we're talking about football here. He finds ways. He's an electric football player. Just wish he was a fucking more likable person because that's pretty much scumbaggy what he did in the past. Anywho, I think Kansas City finds a way to win this game. I think Pittsburgh is going to be able to put some points up against Kansas City, but I think Kansas City just finds ways to score at home, and maybe Big Ben makes one mistake that gets returned for a touchdown, and Eric Berry picks him off for pick 6 on it. But I'm going to say Kansas City wins this game 27-23. Green Bay at Dallas. That doesn't look good for Jordy Nelson. I think he has broken ribs or something like that. He got freaking walloped last week. And although the Packers looked awful last year without Jordy Nelson, Rodgers is playing on an entire different planet right now compared to everybody else. But if they don't have Nelson, man, that's what got hindered them. Oh, man. It's so hard to predict the Cowboys because you got 2 rookies playing their first playoff game. Yeah, they're at home and stuff, and they might be rusty too because they haven't played like 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks really, if you count it, because the last game of the season they didn't really play at all. Oh man, if Nelson was playing, I would feel pretty confident picking Green Bay here, but I just. Man, I'm going to pick Dallas to win this game. 31-20, 31-28. Dallas wins this game. I just think that without Nelson, if Nelson plays, which I just don't see how he could play with broken ribs and stuff, he got freaking crushed. If Nelson was playing, I'd probably pick the Packers to edge this one out, but should be a good game. And if Rodgers wins this, Seattle or Atlanta ain't stopping him. He's definitely going to the Super Bowl then. Like I said, you never know if 2 rookies start in their first playoff game. But I think Dallas wins this game 31-28. And that's it. That's it. Let's all just hope, though, that this week's playoff games are better than last week. If they're worse than last week, that'd be amazing. The games would have to be like 50-0 because that was just awful. I fell asleep through 2 of the games because it was just freaking boring as fuck. But that's my picks for this week. And recap last week. How everybody doing picks last week? Hopefully everybody gets to watch some good playoff football this week. But anything's better than last week. But that's all I got to say. And have a nice day, everyone. Wow. Have a nice day, everyone. And peace out. Oh, and fuck the Patriots.